so let's talk practically about where and how you can use this in your business, because as valuable as this framework is, I know that it's not going to be as simple as, snapping your fingers or flipping a switch and now it is your way of doing things or your way of making decisions, right? So here are a few tips for ingraining this or instilling this in your existing operations. Number one, you need to make time for yourself to focus on this framework, right? So whether that is quarterly or monthly or annually or all three, you need to carve out space on your calendar where you are doing just this, where you are analyzing your business and your operations and your customer journey as it pertains to this particular framework. And if you have a leadership team or key individuals that you want to partner with, make sure your team is up to speed on this as well. Both from a thought leadership perspective as it pertains to like casting your vision, but also on like a day-to-day or project management standpoint. This framework will be really useful for helping individuals who are working on specific elements or specific projects understand why that thing is important and where it fits in the overarching strategy, right? A lead capture page is not just a lead capture page, it is part of stage 3 in this comprehensive strategy, right? And a nurture funnel is not just a nurture funnel, a sales page is not just a sales page. All of these individual assets are part of a bigger vision. So you can use this framework to make sure that you are oriented towards your overall company vision, that things are moving in the right direction, that you have your bearings and you know that you're on the right path, right? But you could also use this framework in a more practical sense on a day-to-day or month-to-month standpoint to make sure that you are moving the needle and progressing towards those same goals, right? And this is where the element of predictability comes in, right? So if you design these stages, if you design your customer journey, what you have is a process, what you have is a system, really. And that system can be used to create systematic results, right? So if you assign goals to each of these stages, right? Let's say we need 100 new customers, right? In order to hit our revenue goal, we know that we need 100 customers. Well, you can work backwards from there and say, how many people do we need in our offer stage, right? How many offers do we need to make in order to get 100 customers? And then you can move backwards from there. How many people do we need in the engage stage in order to make this number of offers, in order to close this number of clients? And then you can keep going back. How many people do we need to capture? How many new leads do we need in order to engage this many, in order to offer this many, in order to close this many, right? And what you find is that there's a formula. And you can improve this in two different ways. So number one, you can increase your conversion from stage to stage. So you can focus on how do we get more people from capture to engage, or more people from engage to offer, or more people from offer to close. But you could also dial up your traffic and put more people into this process. So the analogy that Justin likes to use is it's like building a gumball machine, right? If you can create a predictable machine that produces results at a certain rate, you know exactly how many quarters you need to put in and how many gumballs will come out the other side. So that should give you a sense of calm, a sense of predictability, because you have designed this machine intentionally. So you can, spend your money confidently on your ads, knowing exactly what it will produce when people make their way through the journey that you have built. Okay, so that is absolutely a benefit of lifecycle marketing, is this sense of predictability. You know, if you spend this amount on ads, it will produce this many eyeballs, this many leads, this many offers, and this many customers, right? That is in itself should justify the reason why you might use this. But the second element, what makes this that much more powerful and where the gumball analogy starts to break down, is the post-purchase stages, right? You deliver on the expectations that you set, you impress this customer, and then there is that multiply stage. And multiply is perhaps the most important part of this equation, because those customers will attract new customers. They will tell people about their experience. You will capture testimonials and success stories and case studies from those people, and that will in turn inform and propel your marketing, right? What happens there is naturally these customers who are happy will tell their friends. This will create new customers without necessarily requiring new ad spend, and those people will not only convert at a higher rate, but they oftentimes skip that entire onboarding section. They jump right in at the offer and close stage because they have the implied trust or the inherent trust because you've worked with somebody that they know. So now this, and like I said, the gumball analogy starts to break down because these people are bringing their friends. So it's like you put in a quarter but instead of one gumball coming out, now you've got 2 or 3, right? The gumball machine has been hacked and it's producing gumballs at an exponential rate. So that is why lifecycle marketing is so powerful. Yes, the predictability element, but second is the cyclical nature of these clients who have been through this experience that you have designed, and now they feel confident recommending your products and services to their friends because they know this experience is intentional and produces the results that we're all after. You guys, I am legitimately excited about this framework. I know what it makes possible. I have seen the results that it produces, and I'm looking forward to hearing the impact it has for your business, right? To kind of put a bow on things, number one, it will produce a sense of predictability. By getting clear on these stages, by reducing the guesswork, you're gonna know if I spend this on ads, here is how many customers we can expect, or how many leads we can expect, and how many of those leads will become customers, and the revenue that we can expect from that. And then the second added benefit is that by creating a systematic way of delivering a positive experience for your customers, you're going to also have a predictable number of positive promoters who are telling their friends about it, who are doing the marketing for you, which will in turn reduce your need for ad spend or multiply the results you get through your ad spend. It'll shorten the cycle from lead to becoming a customer and have a residual or ripple effect across the rest of that customer journey, right? Lifecycle marketing and the value of this framework is without a doubt the single most important lesson I have learned as an entrepreneur.
So Greg called out a couple really important things that I want to encourage you to really absorb and apply in your business. The first one is this idea of a regular rhythm of review or reporting. Lifecycle marketing isn't just a framework to think about how you design your customer journey. It's a framework to measure and analyze your customer journey. So you get to a point where you've got your entire customer journey in business really organized through lifecycle marketing. It becomes your reporting. And you look at the growth levers of, how many people do I have, how many leads, prospects, and customers are at different stages. And those patterns are what create the predictability. So you get to a point where that becomes your reporting, and you can even build your dashboards around it. And I'm telling you, at least for me, there's really nothing more validating than hitting refresh on my reporting app or on my computer and seeing those numbers change, daily or by the minute or whatever. And it shows me there's meaningful progress happening through my business and people's lives who our business is going to improve and impact. So get in that regular reporting rhythm of how you review and look at that data. The second thing I want to call out is the concept of predictability. Predictability sounds like a swan song. It sounds like something that we all want. And I want to highlight something that's really, I think, important to understand about predictability. Predictability is not inherently a good thing or bad thing. It's not about positive or negative. It's about understanding or projecting with a high degree of confidence what's going to happen next. What may happen next, what the data is showing you, may not be what you want. And that is important. It's important for you to look at what's probably going to happen next and decide, is that what I want or not? And if it's not, now you get to be a leader. Now you get to be an entrepreneur. You get to decide the likely outcome of this is not going to be what I want. So now what do I do to change that? And that is how you empower yourself, your team, and your business to actually change that default future of what the data is showing you and make it be what you want. That's how you grow your business. It doesn't grow by itself. So having that clarity around predictability tells you how you go change it, how you go make it better. And the final thing that I think is really important, and I know I've experienced this myself, is when the data shows us something that didn't work like we thought it should be working or we wanted it to be working, it's easy to make that personal. And I encourage you to divorce yourself from the emotions of what the data is telling you and you or your team's self-worth, etc. It's important to look at the information as an isolated set of facts. The problem is not us, the problem is the problem. And even if the issue is we don't have the skills or the knowledge or the strategy that we need to be able to do something, that's still not an us problem, that's just a problem. That's just something that can be remedied. If we need skills, we can go get those skills. If we need to have a better strategy, we can go get that better strategy. If we need to organize and create a better plan, well then just go focus on the plan. So it's important to separate our own personal value and worth from the results that are in our business. That's one of the most important things. It's really hard, or it's really easy, I should say, for business, especially small business and entrepreneurship, to become personal. Separate those two things. Look at the data objectively, and then go kick its butt. All right, thanks for watching this. We'll see you in this next module.